This old world starts getting me down, and people are just too much for me to face. I climb my way to the top of the stairs, and all my cares just drift right into space. On the roof, it's as peaceful as can be, and there's a world below that can't bother me. Let me tell you now, when I go feeling tired and heat, I go up where the air is fresh and sweet. I get away from the hustle and crime and all that rat race noise down in the street. On the roof, the only place I know where you just have to wish to make it so. Let's go up on the roof. At night the stars put on a show for free, and darling, you can share it all with me. Yeah, keep on talking about right smack dab in the middle of town. I found a paradise, trouble-proof. And if this whole world starts getting you down, there's room enough for two up on the roof. Up on the roof. Oh, baby, come on. Up on the roof. Oh, darling, come on. Up on the roof. Hey, how you doing out there, guitar heroes? All right, we got another tune by the Drifters today, written by Carole King way back in 1962. So in this case, if you wanted to be in the original key and you were playing in standard, you'd be at capo 1. Now I'm tuned down a half because I couldn't hit those high parts. So if you're going to play along with me and you played in tuned down to E flat, A flat, blah blah blah, then you'd be at capo 2 to get back to the original key. So we got a very short little intro, and then we get started with a G chord. And I'm going to play the 4-finger G and get a little bit of a palm muting rhythm going. And then I'm going to go into the first verse, and we basically played the same chords throughout the entire song. It's a G, it's an E minor, it's a C, and a D, and that's basically all the way up. So there's no bar chords, which makes it a little bit easier. And we've basically got 3 verses, and then we do a chorus a couple of times. Then the outro is a little bit different. We almost double up on the chorus. So we get started with that G chord. When this whole world starts, E minor, getting me down. Then we have a C. When people are just too deep, much for me to face. Back to G. I'll climb way up to the E minor, top of the stairs, and all see my cares just deep drift right into space. All right, now we're going to come into the first chorus. We're going to start with a C. On the roof, it's peaceful as can be. And G. Where the world, this is the tough part, this is why I couldn't sing it. Where the world, E minor, below, can't bother me, C, D. Now we're going to go back into the next verse, so that's exactly the same. And then we have another chorus, but this is where it gets changed up just a little bit. So on the second chorus, on the roof, it's the only place I know where G. You just have to E minor, wish to make it so, C and D. And that's the same as we had before, but then he says, let's go on the roof, and we're gonna have to go to a G here because there's like an orchestra instrumental. And we need to get set up for, which basically is an extension of our chorus. And then we start that after we play that G, back to that C. The night the stars put on a show for free. And G, darling, you can E minor, share it all with C, me, D. I keep on telling you, and now we're into verse number 3. So let's go through that, and then we'll run through that little outro. Right smack dab in the E minor, middle of town I see, found a D, paradise that's trouble-proof. G, hang on that G. This whole world starts E minor, getting you down, there's a C, room for 2D, up on the roof, G, E minor. And now we have the outro, up on the roof, C, D. Now there's backup singers doing up on the roof, and then somebody else is singing. Oh, come on, baby, G, E minor, up on the C, roof, D. Oh, come on, darling, E minor, C, D, and then we can end on a G. Okay, so we got a fairly slow pace, but there's a lot of chord changes, even though they're fairly simple ones. So let's just kind of go through a verse with what do we have for a strumming pattern. Now, I'd like to get just a little bit of palm muting, and then a little bit of up strumming going there to kind of get that rhythm going. This whole world starts getting me down. The people are just too much for me to face. I climb my way to the top of the stairs, and all my cares just drift right into space. And then we'll go into the chorus. On the roof, it's peaceful as can be. There's the world below, can't bother see, D. So that's your pace for the whole song. All right, so there you go, the Drifters, Up on the Roof. Big tune for them, man, 1962. I didn't know it was a Carole King Penn song, but I learned that. So again, keep in mind, I'm tuned down a half a step. To be in the original key, standard, and then capo 1. So it would be in the key of A flat. Now, I don't know why they do this. Now, of course, there's no guitars in this song. And so that's part of the deal. Otherwise, you know, a lot of times people will tune down a half and then just play standard chords. Well, then now everything's a flat, so it looks like it's more complicated. So you just put the capo on and everything's great. In this case, fortunately, I was able to sing it just with tuning down a half. So that's all good news. All right, well, I hope you got something out of this lesson. Take it easy out there, and we'll see you next time.